Hello and good day, Mike Adcock with an update on severe tropical storm Mani in the western Pacific. This is valid through through 12Z on the 15th. At that time, JMA placed the center of severe tropical storm Mani about 245 kilometers south-southwest of Higashimuro. That's about 625 kilometers southwest of Yokota Air Base, or 645 southwest of central Tokyo. Winds have increased up to 55 knots, gusting up to 80, and it is starting to make that eastward movement now moving to the north-northeast at 15 knots. Pressure down to 975 hectopascal. Again, do have numerous tropical advisories and warnings. This is from the Japan Meteorological Agency. Highlighted here in yellow are advisories, in red are warnings. You can see various, throughout much of Japan, various products out for heavy rain, and that's going to be the biggest threat with this system as it starts to make landfall. We're already seeing heavy rainfall occurring in southern Japan already, and you can see those warnings reflecting that. Also dealing with it in northwestern portions of Japan with the approaching frontal boundary. With those heavy rains, we're also going to be seeing flooding concerns, so do have advisories and warnings out for floods. Storm force winds as well. That's going to be primarily in and around the landfall point. All the coastal areas there as well in the south will be dealing with high waves. Also looking at some storm surge concerns. Not nearly as bad though, only a few advisories there. And then for thunderstorms, that's going to be a large majority of the country, and that's just coupled between the landfalling tropical cyclone as well as the approaching frontal boundary. And kind of give you an idea of what's going on right now. We've been watching this area of high pressure. It's starting to erode now. That's allowed Mani to start moving northward and now moving northeastward. And a lot of this is all in part to this area of low pressure and associated frontal boundary. This boundary has allowed the high pressure to erode, pulling the storm northward, and now we'll take it off to the northeast. Matter of fact, here is the JMA forecast for tomorrow morning. You can see the system starting to make landfall in or just west of the Tokyo area, starting to merge up with that frontal boundary, and then by Tuesday morning, pretty much a full-fledged baroclinic system movement out to sea. This is the 12 Zulu Mani track from JMA. Again, looking at landfall around 0Z, give or take an hour or so. And then as it makes landfall, it's going to rapidly transition into an extratropical low. This 12 Zulu time point here, this does have it fully extratropical at that point. Now, even though the system is extratropical, doesn't mean that the threats end. Still looking for strong winds, still looking for heavy rainfall. We'll touch on that in a bit. Here is the JTWC track from 9 Zulu. Again, still have some time over relatively warm waters, so some slight strengthening is expected. Not really anticipated to make typhoon status, although that there is a small window of possibility. As it starts to make landfall, though, it is going to start transitioning into a tropical or extratropical cyclone and move out to sea. This is the wind radii forecast. Again, just the same JTWC forecast here. Area in blue indicating winds greater than 35 knots, and in yellow 50 knots. Do bring this up. Taking a look just prior to this video at the Yokosuka, Atsugi, and Yokota web pages, all locations there reporting TCCOR 1. Camp Zama and Camp Fuji didn't get anything from their websites. The last thing I did get was an email at 6 o'clock on Sunday saying they were in TCCOR 2. I would imagine that's been upgraded to TCCOR 1. Of course, continue to follow the social media websites for your installation if you're on one of the military bases there, getting the latest information from your TCCOR authority, as well as you can listen to AFN radio and TV. They'll be posting the latest information right now for the military installations in and around the Tokyo area, looking at about 50 knots gusting to 65 at around 9 to 11 o'clock in the morning. That's going to be the peak of the event. Should start weakening thereafter, and then throughout the day on Monday into Tuesday, you're going to see about 8 to 10 inches of rainfall. So it's going to be a kind of a 1-2 punch, high winds as well as the very heavy rainfall that you'll be dealing with there. For the Dvorak analyses, 3.5 pretty much across the board. JTWC a little higher at 4.0, and that's just because they looked at the convection wrap going a little bit further. Nesdis was at a 10 tenths. JTWC a little further at a about 11.5 tenths. The advanced Dvorak technique automated method a little bit lower though, 2.9, which would equate to about 43-45 knots. Now, this system is going to rapidly weaken, and here's the main culprit of why. Here's some upper level winds. Look at the very strong winds associated with this frontal boundary over the Sea of Japan. You're seeing well above 100 knots. Matter of fact, off the coast of China here, seeing some wind reports of greater than 150 knots. That's going to be extremely strong shear. So not only is land going to be a factor, shear is going to rip this thing apart, and this is going to rapidly transition into a kind of a fall-like mid-latitude frontal system. And here on the shear analysis, you can see well above 100 knots of shear over the Sea of Japan. Of course, this is the transition to an extratropical cyclone does not prevent it from dumping rainfall. You're going to see heavy rain. I've already been talking about it. This is the GFS forecast through tomorrow morning, Monday morning at about 9 local time. Looking for rainfall already about 4 to 6 inches, and then by Tuesday morning that's going to continue to move northeastward. Much of Honshu will be dealing with very heavy rainfall. Looking for portions just east of the Tokyo area, again 8 to 10 inches, and right now GFS is picking up on another band affecting Akita and up through Omori provinces, where they can be seeing approximately 8 inches of rainfall as well. So we'll continue to monitor the progress of this storm. We'll be posting updates on westernpacificweather.com over the next couple of days as this system transits Japan, as well as keeping an eye on the forming systems there in the Western Pacific. You can also follow along on Twitter and Facebook, as well as over at storm2k.org. You can join in on the tropical discussion there. Follow me at Twitter. I'll be posting on occasion with updates between videos. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day. Take care and stay safe. Thank you.